going on, you guys? Coaster here with some A's talk. I didn't think I'd see the A's where they are right now back in April. I mean, where they are right now, this is amazing, but it's the final push. I figured I might as well make this final update before the season ends. The A's, what a season it's been so far. A lot of no-namers and young players just hitting out of nowhere, and the offense has come alive. The pitching has been respectable, even with guys that most people aren't going to know and be familiar with. This is the final push. You got 30, I think they're 75 and 57 as I'm making this video. They got about 30 plus games to go left in the season, and this is going to be an interesting way to end it. I'm not going to guarantee playoffs, and I know right now in the standings they're that high, but it's been fun to watch because this team's right in the hunt. And no one saw this team being here. A lot of people had them at 100 losses. I'm not one of those. If you watch and go back to my preseason video where I made a preview, I said we'd hit the over. The Vegas over of more than 70, 73 wins or more. That's all I guaranteed, and they already hit that. And the month of August just ended right when the A's hit 74, matching last year's win total. It's been a great season, but I know the A's and the team and the goal is to play for more than that. Realistically, even though we're 3 games back of the Rangers as of right now, I don't see us catching them. I think the Rangers are still too good. It's just because the Rangers are loaded. I don't see them choking. We might beat them head-to-head here and there, but I think the Rangers are just too good. Just to play in that wild card game, whether we win it or lose it, I would be happy just to play in that one game in realistic expectations. I think this A's team could be 1 or 2 games away of making all the momentum off, and I don't want to see that. But who would have thought a guy like Josh Donaldson would come through, and Brandon Inge, the most productive 210 hitter ever. If you look at his stats, when runners are in scoring position, it speaks for itself. The power hitting, it's like how the Philadelphia Flyers had a bunch of guys with at least 10 goals. Well, the A's have a bunch of guys with at least 10 home runs. You got Johnny Gomes, you got Chris Carter, Brandon Moss, Yoenis Cespedes, of course Josh Reddick, who leads the team in home runs. Just a lot of power hitting on this team when you watch the games. Ignore the stats. You can't just look at the team batting average and say, oh, the offense is horrible. Because if you've watched this team since the All-Star break, pretty much since the second half began, the hitting's gone respectable. The offense, yeah, they'll have their shutouts here and there, but this offense is hot. And it doesn't matter what those stats tell you if you're just going to be a stat man. Pitching's been respectable, too. You got A.J. Griffin just coming back to the fold. Brett Anderson, I thought he was going to be out for the entire season, but he's healthy. It's finally nice to know we got a shortstop in Stephen Drew. Not expected to do much from a batting perspective, but it's productive as a shortstop. We needed a guy who can be a shortstop, so it's good to see that. I said A.J. Griffin back. Tommy Malone has picked up form recently, and so has Jared Parker. Both guys have been kind of streaky, but they are, once again, rookies or second-year players, pretty much, pretty young. The bullpen's been respectable as well. You got some guys like Neshek looking okay. And then you got Balfour, who solidified his closer spot after Ryan Cook was struggling. No offense to Ryan Cook, but he didn't deserve the All-Star bid. He just couldn't be a closer. There was a point where he was not having a good span of times as a closer, but he's going to be a great future closer, a great setup man right now. I like what I'm seeing there. But this A's team, the pitching is going to need to stay the way it's been most of the year. Bartolo Colon, the big suspension, he doesn't deserve anything because he got caught for drugs. But Brett Anderson returns at the perfect time, and so does A.J. Griffin. I think we got a very capable starting 5 with Griffin, Anderson, Malone, Parker, and then occasionally you could have Blackley be playing, or you got just a little bit of more pitching. The starting pitching has been the big thing we've had a surplus in, and we've never really had to worry about it. That's been one of the nicest things about being an A's fan. But now it's time to make the final push. Is this team ready for the postseason? I don't know. But Bob Melvin, what a difference a manager can make to a team. People didn't believe me when I said Guerin was making stupid mistakes. Bob Melvin has made all the right moves, or a lot of right moves in the games. I mean, when I watch the games, a lot of the times I agree with those moves, putting this bullpen pitcher in, pinch hitting here and there. He's done a really good job with that. But otherwise, it's the final push. Let's go A's, and let's finish out this regular season strong. I'll have a post-season video Playoffs or no playoffs, I'll have a video at the end of the season just recapping everything. Lou Wolf, you still suck. Jemiah Weeks, you still suck. And even though Brian Fuentes isn't here, he still sucks. Big middle finger to them. Anyways, go A's. We'll see you guys later.